Hello, and welcome to another episode of BET Insight. Today, we'll be talking about the hit TV show,
The Real World,
where a group of 5 writers came together in one household. Unfortunately, filming had to be stopped after about 1 week due to the fact that none of the actors could get along.
I was born in 1952 to Chinese immigrant parents. I grew up in Northern California, and my mother, the subject of my second novel, The Kitchen God's Wife, suffered at the hands of a brutal husband who she eventually divorced. Sadly, she was forced to leave her 3 daughters behind in China. I attended San Jose State University in 1947, and one of my famous books, The Kitchen God's Wife, is about my mother. I lectured internationally at universities such as Stanford, Oxford, Beijing, and Qatar. My first book, The Joy Luxe Club, was a phenomenal, critical, and popular success. It dealt unflinchingly with the dynamics of mother-daughter relationships, finding a way to respect the past but live in the present, and to retain a sense of identity for her characters as they attempt to balance the yin and the yang of their Chinese and American selves.
Nice to have you on the show, Amy.
Thank you.
So, what brought you to the show?
The Real World.
I just wanted to experience something different other than, sitting at home, reading, writing.
What were your expectations of the show?
Well, I expected to meet new people, make friends,
Well, from what I hear, you've made friends with everybody but the black lady.
She's just like,
Any reason it had to be the black lady?
oh no, I'm not racist, I don't discriminate, but
Because I'm black, so
No, I
I don't
understand,
appreciate that.
But see, the thing is, she gets in your face. It's really annoying.
Have you ever been around a black person? That's just what they do.
No, I'm very I stay home. Like I said, I read and I write. This is why I came on that show, because,
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
well, my parents were U.S. immigrants from China. My mother wanted me to become a doctor and a pianist, but I obviously became a writer because I just love writing. I can just write for days.
So you're not talented enough to be a pianist?
I mean, if I could try, I could be.
But you
because
can try.
I will try, but I have the age and blood, and we're very talented people.
But you're not talented enough to be a pianist, though.
But I didn't want to be a pianist. I wanted to be a writer, and I'm a writer.
At what age did you know you wanted to be a writer?
It was probably when I graduated high school.
So what kind of things have you written?
Well, I've read,
Written? How many? What kind of things you've written?
some of the books I've published are The Joy Luck Club and The Kitchen God's Wife. I've actually also developed a cartoon, Sagwa. You might be familiar with it.
What is it about?
It's about this little cat, actually, this cat and her family. They live in China, and they're very talented. They can write, they can read, they can talk, they can eat with chopsticks.
My book, How the Garcia Girls Lost Their Accents, is my first novel, and it's about a Dominican-American woman who received widespread acclaim, and attention in the United States. It portrays ethnic identity and problematic on several levels. I challenged the commonly held assumptions of multiculturalism as strictly positive. I view most of the immigrant identity as greatly affected by ethnic, gendered, and class conflict. I've received grants from National Endowment for the Arts and Ingram Merrill Foundation. Some of my poetry manuscripts now have a permanent home in my New York Public Library.
Hello, Julia. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
So why did you decide to do the show?
The Real World.
I wanted to explore the other authors' minds and see what they thought about my books.
So what brought you back to America?
Well, my father was caught in the involvement of trying to assassinate our dictator.
So you come from a family of villains
No.
and liars and cheats.
No.
So
I come from a family of people trying to save our country and do the better for the Dominican Republic.
But assassination is killing, so
well, it was
you're
for
basically
the
a
better.
bad
He
person.
was a dictator.
You're basically a horrible
He was
person.
a dictator.
Okay, anyway, how do you feel about the other people in the house?
They're interesting. I don't really know them. There's
Oh yeah, I heard you came a little late to the
party?
Yeah, that was some governmental issue stuff.
Like?
Something top secret.
Oh, can't talk about it because you're from a family of liars and cheats. Yeah, but anyway, out of what you know, how do you like the people? Like the black lady. How do you like the black lady? She seems pretty nice.
What's her name?
Her name is Alice Walker.
Alice Walker. She is a very loud person.
Is something wrong with that?
She's obnoxious, if you could say that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Just talk bad about the black lady. Anyway, how's N. Scott?
And Scott Momaday, he's very peaceful and zen. It's kind of annoying.
Zen isn't usually a describing word. Zen is more like a...
He's
Never mind,
very
never mind.
zen. He's very zen.
Okay, must be the newfangled. And how do you feel about the Asian lady?
Amy Tan, well, she's okay. She reads a lot, and she's always saying she's in it.
Well, I mean, you guys are writers. I mean, I would expect you guys to read a lot to keep up with, the new trends of writing. Do you not read a lot? Do you not know how to read?
I write about Latin
You don't know how to
pride.
read, do you?
I write about Latin pride and about the Dominican Republic.
And what do you feel about John Updike?
John Updike.
Great last name, don't you think?
Yeah, it's interesting. John Updike, he's very
White.
quiet. He's very quiet.
That too.
Yeah, and he's white, I guess. And he wears weird clothes. He likes wearing turtlenecks.
Well, it's nice to have you on the show.
You too.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Hello. So, tell us a bit about yourself, like your background, where you came from.
I'm from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. I grew up on a plantation. My father and my mother, they were not slave owners. That's white people child. They were sharecroppers, owned by slave owners. So my parents, we kind of went from plantation to plantation because we couldn't get out of Georgia and up to the north, but we were able to, get away for a little bit, hide in the woods until we needed some food and we would work at the plantations. So
I assume there were a lot of black people there.
there were tons of my people. I love black people.
Did they have a lot of barbecue?
Tons of barbecues all the time, except for the fact that we're on a plantation and we can't have barbecues. We basically get all the leftover food.
So did you write about how you couldn't have barbecue?
Well, I kind of wrote about the hardships of black people during, well, not during just this time, but during tons of time.
Oh, so what brought you to...
The real world.
Well, what brought me
The real world.
is I've been kind of bored lately because I'm getting old. But you see this white hair, I'm getting old. But I've been kind of getting bored of like just sitting at home and doing whatever. But I kind of wanted to, go out to Hollywood, go party it up, boom boom. Fist pump it up and just have some fun, Just have my little old heart, have some fun, meet some guys,
Who are some of the people at,
The real world.
Well, there's Amy Tan. Oh, she's a doll. She just I can't describe it. She gives off this vibe that she does not like me, but I've never met a person that I could not persuade to like me. And then there's N. Scott Momaday. Oh, what a fine-looking boy. He's this little Indian boy, And I don't really know how to describe him. He's just so peaceful. It's like he's never gone through anything harsh in his life. And then there is Julia Alvarez. Oh, Julia Alvarez. She is this Dominican girl. Oh, so sassy. I cannot even stand it because being from the South like I am the sassiest person in the room. I do not want to have to compete with anybody else, alright? Alright?
Alright.
Anyway, there's John Updike, and he's this pasty white guy. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but he wears these turtlenecks up to here, and like this weird shirt, this Pismo Beach jacket one day. Oh, it just looks like he'd worn it for years on end, and never stopped wearing it. So I just like, it just seems that he didn't like wash it or nothing. Like, and I lived on a plantation, and I washed my clothes. I may not look the best, but I washed my clothes.
Well, that is very interesting.
Thank you for having me on the show. Oh, I see that you're black, which is the best because I love fellow black people.
That is great.